Welcome to Season 4 of Savvy Seniors. Can you believe it? Season 4. I'm your host, Mary Dilly, and today I have Layne the Auctionista on my show. I'm absolutely sure that you know who this magical, wonderful person is, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background first, and it's a big one. Layne is a non-binary Canadian entrepreneur, author, keynote speaker, host, and fundraising powerhouse. And typically, like seriously, powerhouse. That is a word. Now, I want to talk to you about something to get it off on the table right now. You identify as a non-binary, so your pronouns are they and them. I'm 65 years old. I have no idea what's happening. Hey, baby,
I'm 63 years old, and I'm still figuring stuff out, too. So
okay,
it's okay. I'm glad that you're asking, and I'm totally open to answering. Good. What you want to know is, let's talk about what is non-binary.
Yes, and why do you identify as they and them? And I am sure our viewers will want to know, too.
Sure, of course. Well, in the world of the binary, gender identity, which is male, female,
right,
she, he, I don't identify as one or the other.
Okay.
For me, my gender identity is a blend of both. And so therefore, I use the pronouns they, them.
Okay.
Not she, not her, not him. But that's not to say, Mary, that my gender identity can't change and continue to evolve. There are some non-binary people that use the pronouns she, him, and they as a combination.
Okay.
That's a whole other conversation. I don't know if you really want to go deep down that rabbit hole this morning, but so I do appreciate you respecting my pronouns, because that's really important to me. Okay. To feel understood and, respected.
We all just want to be seen, heard, and understood.
And respected, too.
Every single
our
one
dignity,
of us.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I don't care what you identify as. I loved you from the minute I met you. Now, you have been on 1,600 stages across North America. I haven't gone to see you yet as a speaker. I've only seen you as the auctionista.
Right.
But I can only imagine the conversations that you have, the meaningful insights that you put out there, and I can't wait to come to one of those shows.
Well, then you need to book that in as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because I'm going to take you on a completely other journey.
Okay.
You know?
All right, yeah, I've only ever seen you as your personality as the auctionista. Oh my God, if you've never seen them do this, you need to do it. You have raised over $60 million for charities.
I have, Mary, and it's I take a lot of pride in that. For me, I am very passionate about philanthropy. I think that is number one. I'm also very passionate about supporting vulnerable people, vulnerable, marginalized. I mean, and this is what our Canadian charities do. That's what they do. They help people get back on their feet, lift them up, programs, services, all free of charge.
Yeah.
And it's my responsibility to jump on a stage at a fundraising gala and raise buckets and buckets of money, and to have people like you unload your pocketbook way more than you expected to, but feel really good about it.
I know. I don't know how you do that, because I walk into an event with a certain amount of money in my head that I'm going to spend. And then you get up on that stage and you start doing this and talking, and I'm like, I'm over here, Layne, I'm over here.
Well, I kind of do the same thing. I mean, I walk into an event and my client, which is the charity, has a certain expectation of what amount of money they would like to raise.
Right.
Well, I always have a bigger expectation.
And
because you know what? If we can inspire people to really, look inwards and go into that empathetic brain, you don't necessarily have to walk through somebody's shoes to feel empathy.
Right.
Somebody that has been homeless, somebody that has survived domestic violence. But if we can create that empathetic moment and really have you understand the impact of the organization and what they've had on this individual whose life was, in complete turmoil, and now they have been lifted up, and that's because of donors in the room.
Yeah.
That's my job, to make that connection, and I love it.
And also there, but for the grace of God go I. I could be homeless. I'm not in a relationship right now, looking for Mr. Dilly number 4, but just put that out there. But you never know what's around the corner.
And the other thing is, Mary, is we never know what people are going through.
Right.
Not everybody talks very openly, right? And many people are struggling quietly.
Yeah.
So we need to be kind. We need to be empathetic. I mean, I always say the greatest gift that we can give each other as human beings is our gift of time and our gift of resources, whatever those resources are, whether it's money at a gala, whether it's, volunteering, whatever that means for you. But, it is our duty, and especially those of us that have privilege.
Right.
And having privilege is not a bad thing. Acknowledging our privilege is actually a good thing.
Right.
Because when we acknowledge our privilege, we can actually use it for good.
That's right.
To help others.
And thank God that you got into this to help all these people. What did you do before this?
Mary, I've got to tell you.
I'm nervous.
So I've had a number of careers, but the career that I was in just prior to becoming an auctioneer, I was a financial advisor.
Get out.
I was so good at it. I was so good at it.
I can't even.
I was like, let's invest your money now. Let's have a conversation. Let's get to know each other. Let's have some fun. But that's what I was doing, and
That sounds so boring.
No, I was helping people reach
true,
their goals.
true.
And I looked at it, and I'm a very numbers person. So really, is it that far of a reach?
Yeah.
Being an auctioneer and being a strategic consultant on how to raise money requires that mindset of like budgets and how do we get there and the math to do all that. And it's still about connecting with people.
True.
It's just on a different, in a different way, right?
How did you become the auctionista?
Totally by accident. My wife Sue and I attended a gala auction for a women's shelter. I was 46, 47 at the time, mid-career, successful. We sat at the gala table, we had our dinner, and then he came on stage. And I didn't know anything about auctioneering, so I didn't know dude was a livestock auctioneer. All I know is that we are raising money for
a women's shelter.
For a women's shelter. And what he did was so incredibly jarring and so painful.
Yeah.
And it was offensive.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, you have to remember, there's many strains of auctioneering. He was selling pigs and cattle.
Right.
So just moving through the items transactionally. And I know you have money, Mary. Come on, let's go one more bit. And I wanted to run out that room. And it was in that very moment, Mary, that I turned to Sue and I said,
I can
do that. And Sue was like, honey, you're a financial advisor. And I'm like, okay. But I still think I could do that. So I found the nerve and I went to the back stage and I found this guy. And I said, how do I learn to do what you just did? And he looked me up and down and he said, hey, little missy, this is a generational career.
Oh my God.
And those 8 words have stuck with me for my entire career. Because those 8 words said, you're not welcome, this is a boys club, you're not, And so I said, nobody puts Layne in the corner. I'm gonna figure this out. And 6 months later, I was in auction school in Midwest, USA, Iowa.
Oh my God. Don't go away. We're gonna come right back with Layne and hear more about their adventure.